Sarah and Hagar, day 5. Ishmael, God hears. Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. So she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not inherit along with my son Isaac." The water in the skin was gone. Hagar cast the child under one of the bushes. Then she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about the distance of a bowshot. For she said, "Do not let me look on the death of this child." And as she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Come, lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make a great nation out of him." And then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. Sarah has been given a son. God's transformed her sorrow into joy. But then Sarah sees her son playing later on and laughing with Hagar's son. And rather than delight in that shared blessing, she casts Hagar out in fear of God's blessing of Ishmael, detracting from God's blessing of Isaac. This is what we humans do. Despite the many blessings God gives us, we fail to share them with others, thinking we might somehow lose out or not have enough. We would rather face others face death than risk any significant diminishment of our blessings. What does God do in the midst of it all? Well, God goes right on blessing anyway. Hagar continues to face these dreadful circumstances, but the God she knows is the God who hears, the God who heard her cries when she was cast out the first time, the God who now hears the cries of her son and indeed rescues him from death. God's own son will face the death to end all deaths. Christ on the cross, then, is the ultimate assurance that God indeed hears us in every affliction. In whatever affliction you face, God hears. God hears and God promises to rescue. Let's go deeper. Read Mark 15, verses 33 and 34. Did God hear Jesus crying out on the cross? What does this scripture mean? And praying and reflecting, when do I cry out to God? And how does he hear me?